Good morning, everyone. I have a video I've been working on for obviously since this story broke about a day and a half ago, and I wanted to wait. There's some people who put out videos already on it, and maybe I'm a little bit late to the party. Um, this is on the Project Veritas video over them saying they uh, infiltrated CNN. They had a whistleblower from inside CNN, and they wrote a whole story on it. They've made multiple videos on it when it's still actually in progress. That's why I wanted to wait, because they weren't specific on how long it would take to put out these videos, but it seems like it's just about one a day with some clips on some other ones, just kind of baiting it along, which kind of got me suspicious on it. I was like, man, these previews don't seem like a lot of anything. And then they were like, let me put out one video a day that's like 10 minutes long, or that the first one was 20 minutes long. I was just like, look, man, you gotta give me something here to work with. So I'm gonna go mostly over the first video, which is the one in this picture here, because I think that's the big one. So far, what they've given us, the first one is much bigger than the first one, and I say bigger in that it's just confirming stuff we know. The only big part of it is the impeachment part, which I'll talk about some more. But the second video actually just, I was like, man, I could have told you that entire second video, and I ain't ever been inside the CNN building. Like I'll give you all 11 minutes or whatever of that second video. It's Mr. Jeff Zucker supports one of 5 different candidates. He's pretty mad on Andrew Yang. He's pretty mad on just about everybody who's not the top 3, and that's your video. Like, wow, what a breaking news story. So I'd like to report this video in the way that I want to be fair to it, because obviously this isn't like a small deal. It's a big deal if this is all true. Which if all these people are indeed working there, and this is indeed calls from CNN, this is a pretty big deal in this first video. But the second one was just like, man, that's a lot of fluff. Anyway, let me introduce the story. I guess for people who don't, I mean, if you clicked on this, you probably already know what I'm talking about. This is a Project Veritas story on the CNN whistleblower going in and recording videos of with a little lapel of people who work at CNN talking about just the daily operations there. I think the biggest thing to come out of it is just that impeachment is all they're pushing. And I had it. It's like CNN tried to hack my computer this morning. I guess that's what was happening, because they saw me looking up too many of these links. But I looked at this yesterday too. When they first broke this story, I looked at CNN's front page, and there was a huge section. This big section right here was all impeachment. It's the same thing. There's about 7-8 articles right here just on impeachment. Different things. Every one of them is just different impeachment stuff. And then I go today, I kept that tab open just to compare. And today it was switched to this, and they also had the debate tonight. Obviously the impeachment inquiry stuff is right here. But no matter how many times I refresh it or open new tabs, open new screens altogether, I can't get it to go to just impeachment. So I'm not sure if that's a conscious effort on CNN, or maybe it's a time thing, because I did notice that at some point it was on the debate. There was the same screen right here was debate, and then not this Russia stuff. Obviously this is Russia stuff is more breaking news, I suppose, but the debate's happening tonight to do. So I think that might be a timed thing. I don't know. I just wanted to bring that up because it's something I noticed. I wasn't actively looking at it. I just thought it was interesting when I was doing it. But yeah, the big thing is, obviously there's a quote by him. He's reading out in the video. We shouldn't pretend, oh, it's going one way and all of these moves are moves towards impeachment. The biggest thing to come out of this video, like I said, is obviously Mr. Zucker does not like Trump, and you should watch this video. Well, regardless of what you think, watch it, see what these guys say. Basically, all of the reporters there that work are pretty tired of only Trump. It's when you run a 24-hour news feed of Trump, because that's what Mr. Zucker seems like he's turned into based off of this, is just that he didn't like Trump from the get-go, but it became a it became a ratings magnet, and then he was like, man, I gotta keep feeding this, and then he kind of created a monster, and now it's a monster you can't put back. Like, it's not a genie you can't put back in the bottle. He turned into a cash cow when he was still running, and then you got him into the presidency, and now they spent the past 3 years building on this, and basically people there are tired of working on it. But as recently as, I think the guy quit last year, is what they said. They wanted to do entirely impeachment, 24/7. They were talking about doing debate videos, and they were saying the president had a speech coming up, and he was like, no, we're not talking about the debate, forget it. And that, I mean, if you've ever worked in in a company, I've never worked in a reporting company, but I have worked in companies where you talk to your regional manager on a daily basis, and he says, this is what we're doing, this is our goals, this is where you want to get to. And that seems like, seems a little weird that the president of CNN does that on a daily basis. Maybe that's how all reporting companies run. I don't know. But when the president of your company is telling you that you can only do impeachment articles, obviously CNN does a bunch of other stuff. But if that's going to be the focus, like I was saying, that was on their front page. There was 8 articles about it. If that's going to be your news cycle, and if you go to CNN any time of day, there's feeds of impeachment running across the bottom. There's impeachment of interviews all day long. I mean, I think what they forget to think about is just that any publicity is good publicity, and that's all Trump has ever fed off of. It's like they did it for the ratings, and they did it for the money, and then they hate what they created, and that seems a lot like what it's like. And what's bad about this is that, I mean, I'm gonna probably link below. There was some polls that came out the other day of just who Democrats and who Republicans trusted more whenever they were voting, or not voting, on the who's doing the reporting, and it showed that Republicans were much more skeptical of just news in general. Even the people who were hardcore conservatives were pretty skeptical of their of who, like, just Fox News, whereas Democrats trusted places like CNN a lot more. And when videos come out like this, it shows the bias, and all they want to do is push impeachment. So you've got these people who are already Democrats, and they trust you, and you're pushing them towards impeachment when you don't actually. Maybe the president believes this, but all your reporters don't. And you're pushing yourself towards this impeachment narrative over and over and over again, and you're just inflaming people. And it's just not good for the country. And when they know this, it's a bad way to go. That's kind of what I wanted to mention. It's just that was the whole video. Until they come out with some more information. That's really all you can gather from this. You've got a bunch of employees there basically saying that they don't like the direction of the company. It's obviously biased. They've got a few quotes on there where they try and make a big deal, or the Project Veritas guys kind of try to make a big deal out of it, of like, oh, he supports X candidate, he really loves Biden. Well, no crap. It's CNN. I mean, that's just the way it's gonna be. Everybody's got their candidate. I mean, I guess the problem is when they try and report themselves as a fair, balanced kind of company, kind of like Fox I used to say all the time, and I think they still call themselves the most trusted name in news or something like that. Like, you just when you present yourself like that and it's a bunch of lies, when this kind of stuff comes out, I mean, it really hurts your image. I'm gonna make probably another video or two as they put out more information. I saw their secret new big clip was 30 seconds of CNN's racism, and I think it was like they cover white shootings more than they do minority shootings, especially in rural areas. I mean, that's just the way it is. I'm not I'm not saying that's good or bad, but every company does that. So maybe I'm not gonna be in the majority with how we take this video, but it seems like a whole lot of stuff that every other company is doing. So it's like, man, it's just, if you didn't know all of this stuff before watching this video, it's not breaking news. It's like it just confirms it. I hope this does something though. I hope this puts pressure on CNN to change. If you looked at Mr. Donald Trump's tweet earlier, he said, "Now that we've found out that CNN is a virtual fraud, rumor has it that Jeff Zucker will be resigning momentarily." And I doubt this is true, but it's just funny that the president was obviously briefed on this, and Mr. Zucker was as well. I wish I had saved that tab. I forget where I saw it. It's part of the articles, but he did mention that he knew that this video was coming out, and he was just going to ignore it. I haven't seen anything on CNN about it. Just going over it. So they know what's happening, and I'm gonna follow up too on whether Fox and the other companies are gonna cover this. I assume they will, or at least mention it. I assume people like Hannity or Rush Limbaugh or somebody will, but I'm not sure if that'll be a mainstay going on of Fox. But anyway, I think I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna try and wait unless the next big video is something actually big. I'm gonna try and wait another 2 videos and make something on that, because, like I said, there wasn't a lot of substance. It was like they're pushing impeachment 24/7. That's a big deal. It's very divisive when they shouldn't be doing this. They know it's only for ratings, and that's it. And you're splitting the country in half, and you're supposed to be this trusted news source, and you're splitting the country in half just for money and ratings. And it's actually doing damage. This isn't just shitting on Trump. This is damage to the public as a whole, and just how we treat each other. That's how it's divided people. So that's what I wanted to say on that. So, like I said, maybe in a day or 2 I'll put out another one on this kind of stuff, just depending how good the information is. I don't want to, like, this video and then the second one were a lot of. These videos could have been 2 minutes long. Let's put it that way. All right, guys. Good talking to you. Bye. My name is Gavin Lee, and this is my channel, LeeCast. Thanks for watching. I put out videos most days on current events, politics, and more. Please subscribe and give me advice on more of what you'd like to see, and help me build this channel into not only a source for all things political and current for you, but also a place less polarized by political insanity. A whole lot more common sense and discussion, and a lot less two-party bias. Subscribe below and comment on what you'd like to see. Thank you.